Thank you, Mr Chairman. Pleased to take a call on this part of the bill. Sir, this is very important, what this bill seeks to do, particularly when it comes to local input into roading priorities. That's a system that has been very important in the last few years as regional councils and district councils have come together with their roading committees and with the local interested groups. The Road Transport Forum, I know in Taranaki, plays a big role, but other interested parties in what should happen with roading priorities in the area of Taranaki. And this will take that away. This will take away the stake that those people, the major users of road, whether commercial or non-commercial users, have their right to have a say on what those priorities should be. And Mr Speaker, Mr Chairman, and my submission is what damns this bill. For all the good parts in it, the public transport operating mechanism that is provided for in the bill, which isn't a bad thing, it is the failure to allow local and regional input into roading priorities that is fatal, along with the much narrower brief driving purpose of the bill that is provided for there. And it's for that reason that I support Ian Lees-Galloway's supplementary order papers that seek to change those provisions of it. Because, sir, roading, whether it's new roads, and the Green Party certainly has a view about whether or not we need to break and bust into new roads, but even if it's existing roads and maintaining the quality and the standard of them, and above all the safety of them, that still remains a crucial responsibility of government. And because the funding comes through central government, it is the responsibility of central government. This bill takes away the opportunity for local solutions, even for roading upgrades and roading improvements, by abolishing the regional fuel taxes. Now, that's not an option that has been widely taken up since it's been on the statute books, but it has always remained a possibility, something that is there. The last few years, I know, the last 3 or 4 years, the regional councils that have been grappling with roading issues and roading priorities have had to use the regional funding that they have had access to effectively to work on state highway roading that is properly the responsibility of the NZTA. And so they have had less to put into what are truly regional roads. And I come back to the issue I raised about State Highway 3. Certainly that section north of New Plymouth. That is becoming an issue that is demanding great priority. It is a screaming out for attention, and yet of all the government MPs who live in and around that area, not one has seen fit to address this House and give some reassurance to this House and the people of Taranaki and New Plymouth that they are taking that issue seriously. Not one MP from that area, except me. I am the only MP in this House connected with Taranaki that is prepared to stand up and argue that State Highway 3 north of New Plymouth must be a priority for NZTA and for this government. And Dr. Cam Calder stood up earlier today to apologise for the failure of the government to give her proper attention. He is an apologist. He has become an apologist for doing nothing, as indeed is Jonathan Young, as indeed is Shane Ardern, as indeed is Chester Burrows, apologists for doing nothing. And David Bennett, who lives in Waikato, he is an apologist for doing nothing for Taranaki because he knows that if he can suck up as much money as possible and the Waikato Expressway, that's all good for him. Well, it's not good for the people of Taranaki, and frankly the people of Taranaki deserve better. They deserve better, and they deserve a better bill, a better piece of legislation, one that allows for much greater local input, one that leaves the opportunity and the options for genuine local solutions in place, and a bill that provides in its purpose provision a piece of legislation that will allow a broad range of solutions, roading and integrated transport, to be considered at a local level. This bill doesn't do that, and that's why we remain opposed to it. It's a bad bill and it should be opposed.
I call Julianne Genter.
Chair, thank you very much. I'm very pleased to have another opportunity to take a call